McGraw Hill, because learning changes everything. Connect Virtual Labs, designed for all learners.
Hi, my name is Sam Yale. I'm a totally blind JAWS user, and I'm going to be demonstrating the Connect Virtual Labs simulations using JAWS and Google Chrome. Connect Virtual Labs is a fully online, accessible lab solution developed for students with disabilities that can be used as a lab replacement, preparation, supplement, or makeup lab to bridge the gap between lab and lecture. It is compatible with a wide range of assistive technologies and is fully accessible from the keyboard. Now, the first thing I need to do to begin the simulation is to look for the Accessibility and Keyboard Shortcuts button. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that.
Accessibility and Keyboard Shortcuts Modal Dialog. Close Dialog button.
And let's see what options are here. I'm going to begin reading down the page.
Heading Level 3 Accessibility Preferences clickable. Virtual Cursor Mode Star checkbox not checked.
I'm going to go ahead and check this box by pressing the space bar.
Virtual Cursor Mode Star checkbox checked.
This checkbox doesn't change the simulation in any way. It doesn't change the content. It only makes the simulations more compatible with assistive technologies, such as the drag and drop functions, which can be performed using the virtual cursor of the screen reader instead of having to pass through keyboard commands. The simulations are also fully accessible from the keyboard as well. For example, there are global keyboard shortcuts that are used in these simulations. So Control-Alt-A will take me to the simulation area. That'll be very useful when I'm not focused there and I need to quickly jump to the simulation area. In addition, because the product is coded properly, I can use all of the built-in features for navigation that are provided by my screen readers. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this dialog. And now I'm going to press the letter H to jump to the first heading on the page.
Key Concepts Heading Level 2. List of 4 items. There are 3 types of osmotic environments: isotonic, hypotonic, and hypertonic.
And so I can read all of this introductory orientation information using JAWS. I'm going to go ahead and advance forward to the next phase and begin the lab simulation.
Phase 2 10% NaCl solution heading level 2.
And here we are. And there are all of the steps that I need to perform for this simulation. So I'm going to press Control-Alt-A to move to the simulation area.
Lab table frame.
So now what I'm going to do is pick up the 10% sodium chloride solution dropper.
Distilled water dropper button unavailable. Bottle of 10% sodium chloride solution dropper button. Lab table frame. 10% sodium chloride solution dropper picked up. Next, select where to move this.
So I press the space bar to pick that up, and now I'm going to look for the button to move this dropper to test tube 1.
Bottle of jar of pipe bio and move 10% sodium chloride solution dropper to test tube 1 button. The solution was dropped into the test tube. Dropper is still selected. Return it to the bottle. Biohazard jar of pipettes bottle of 0. Move 10% sodium chloride solution dropper to bottle of 10% sodium chloride solution button. Lab table frame. The dropper was returned to the bottle.
Now I need to grab a pipette to fill it with the solution.
Bottle of 10%, bottle of 0, bottle of jar of pipettes button. Pipette picked up. Next, select where to move this.
And I want to fill it with the blood sample.
Move test blood sample. Move pipette to solution of blood button. Pipette is filled with blood sample.
And now I want to move the blood sample to test tube 1 and combine it with the sodium chloride.
Blood test tube 2 test. Move pipette to test tube 1 button. Pipette dropped blood sample into the test tube. Pipette still selected. Select where to move it to.
And now I need to dispose of the pipette.
Move pipette to biohazard bag button. Lab table frame. Pipette disposed in biohazard bag. The scene has changed to a zoomed-in view of the 3 test tubes and the blood for comparison. A flash card with text is placed behind the test tubes. Bullet tube 1 is pale red. The text on the card cannot be read through the tube. It shows only as blurry darker areas.
And so now I have the information I need to fill in my lab results for the 10% sodium chloride solution as to whether it is hypertonic, transparent, or opaque. And now I can examine the sample under a microscope and see how it looks. So I need to grab a microscope slide. And so I need a pipette. Now I need to place a cover on the slide and put it under the microscope.
Slide button. Slide picked up. Next, select where to move this. Move slide to microscope button. The scene has changed to the zoomed-in view of the solution on the slide under the microscope. A few dozen red blood cells are visible, most of which have jagged edges.
And so now I have a close-up view of the blood sample, and this gives me the information I need to complete the lab results for the appearance of the cells.
Cell appearance, row 4.
And there's cell appearance, and for that I want to select Crenated.
10% NaCl cell appearance. Combo box and list box expanded.
And select Crenated.
Crenated.
And press Enter to close.
Enter collapsed.
The next simulation I'm going to demonstrate is microscopy operation of a bright field microscope. So I've skipped ahead to phase 2 where the lab simulation begins, and I'm going to go ahead and press Ctrl-Shift-A to move to the simulation area.
Laboratory simulation tab panel, lab region frame, microscope power switch button.
So I'm going to press the space bar to turn on the power switch.
Microscope light turned on.
And now that the light is turned on, I need to increase the brightness of the light so that I can see the image.
Microscope controls, grid with 2 columns light. Decrease light button unavailable. Increase light button. Microscope controls table. Column 2, row 1. Light is too dim. Light level is :0.29. Light level is :0.86. Optimal light level is 1.00.
Okay, now that I have adjusted the brightness, I'm going to adjust or increase the distance between the lenses.
Ocular lenses. Column 1, row 1. Ocular lenses expand button. Optical lenses moved further apart to position :6. Optical lenses moved further apart to position :5. Slide view appears better. Images are converging. Optical lenses moved further apart to position :4. Slide view appears correct as one image.
Okay, and so then I have the information that I need to answer the question of what are the 3 factors affecting image quality. And so those are some examples of how to use the Connect Virtual Labs simulations with screen readers such as JAWS for Windows. I hope you enjoy this video.